go. Let's see, since since Mr. Dixon and his client have been here, why don't we take your case first, Mr. Dixon, with Mr.
Yes, Judge.
Mr.
Mr. Haddad, can you let him, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Dixon in?
Absolutely.
So we can make sure,
You have sit here.
unless both of you want to sit right there since Mr. Haddad moved.
Sure, absolutely.
Your turn.
Right there.
Okay. Good morning again, Mr. Hayes.
Hey, good morning.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Ms. Walker.
I can't hear her, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that better, Ms. Carter?
Can you hear
Thank
now?
you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Carter. Good morning.
Judge, this is position number 1 on your Orca bench trial calendar, originally scheduled at 1:30, State versus Ashton Hayes. Mr. Hayes is pleading to 1 count of disorderly conduct. The state's recommendation in this case is 12 months probation, to complete 8 sessions of anger management, have no further contact with Charles Swanigan. And we have come to the agreement that the probation may go non-reporting after completion of all conditions, and that it may terminate after 6 months. And Your Honor, it is my understanding that this will be a plea under first offender. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
Yes, we do.
Nothing further from the state judge.
Dixon.
Judge, the terms of the plea agreement are as stated by the state, and I would ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated.
Mr. Hayes, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 002288F, you wish to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Hayes, we will give you the day where you need to report to probation, if you can do that within the first couple of weeks or so. And as soon, and with the terms, after 6 months, it'll terminate, okay?
Judge, if I may add, he does live out of state in Baltimore, Maryland. Will the court permit him reporting remotely?
It's fine with me. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
And given that he's requested to enter this plea under the first offender statute, is it okay if I submit an order to this court for restriction?
Yeah, of course, that'll be fine. All right, anything further, Mr. Hayes, this morning?
Nothing further from us, Judge.
Okay, we'll get the paperwork signed, and then you're free to go.
All right,
We
thank you.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Mr. Haddad. I thought that your client was on the line, but I don't think he is. Tommy McAfee.
Yes, Judge, I told him to be here and he had indicated he will be.
Okay, all right. I'll hold for his announcement. If you want to give him a call and see where he is.
I sure will, Judge. I'll step out.
And
This is gonna be in front of Judge Law. Okay, that's going to. Did you know, Judge Law? Okay, that is gonna be in. If you go to this building, to the elevators room, you go to the second floor, you're gonna walk around. You don't look at elevators. I gotta clean that. It's hard. Last call to those elevators. And I believe here comes our.
So this one is.
No, your injury was really. That's J Paul.
Just, if I haven't bought it, go this out.
Yeah, I believe he's on.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ms. Waldrop, I see that Jacob Stevens, position number 2, defendant is, well, no, Mr. Stevens is on the line. Have you spoken, Mr. Stevens, have you spoken with George Stein regarding his client position number 2, Weissenfeld?
Yes, Your Honor. I have spoken with Mr. Stein. I believe I sent an email to state.orca regards to that case. It's my understanding that the state is going to stipulate to the motion in limine regarding not discussing any refusal to submit to the state's requested breath test, under the understanding that they are not going to bring it up as well, as stipulated under Elliott. Besides that one motion in limine regarding implied consent refusal, it's my understanding the defense is withdrawing all other motions.
Was it your understanding that he was going to be here today?
As far as I'm aware, there was no reason for him not to be, but I know I emailed state.org, I think it was yesterday, the day before. I can't remember if I got a response, but we agreed to everything, and I have his email showing that he agreed to it as well, if the state would like it, Your Honor.
And I spoke with his office because that's the case where the attorney filed the leave of absence, but the assistant attorney that Mr. Stein will be.
Okay, right. So was the agreement that it was going to go on the next trial calendar?
Yes, Your Honor, the next jury trial calendar.
Okay. So we'll further notice the motion on the motions calendar position number 2 to my next jury trial calendar, which will be in October or November.
Yes, Your Honor.
Position number 1, Dale Favors has already been reset to the October 18th motions calendar. As such, Mr. Haddad, were you able to get in touch with?
Judge, he texted me, he's parking, so.
Okay, all right, very good. So, well, we'll hold for Mr. McAfee. We'll be in recess until Mr. McAfee joins us, and I think that'll be the last issue for the one.
Judge, can I bring something that we don't need a court reporter, but since we have 2 solicitors and I'm welcome to input. One of the recommendations when it comes to cruelty to animals is a program called BARC, sorry.
ARC.
So the problem that I've encountered is this, that probation takes the stance that they need a referral. And when I send them, I send them an email saying, well, the referral is the sentence from the court. They refuse to do anything. I just don't know. The solicitors, I'm not sure. I don't want to speak on Angela's behalf, but I don't know if there's a referral. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, it seems to me that if there's a negotiated plea, including to take an online class of BARC, then that should be it. The client's on him or her to go get that class and then submit the proof. And probation is just, oh, we need a referral, but And I don't know who to speak to at probation, that nobody ever answers, you know, my emails go unresponsive. I mean, anyway, so I had two of these cases come up back to back, and it's just been an ongoing. My client calls, and fortunately, I think she shows up at the clerk's office as well, that she's frustrated. And I don't know what the answer is, but
Does your client know how to obtain the BART program? I mean,
I
do you
mean-
know how if it's online?
It is online, Judge, and it's the agency that does require the referral. And so typically, the solicitor will go in and fill out the referral form. And that's when all parties will be notified that they've been accepted into the program.
so should I just email one of you all, whoever made
But yeah, whoever negotiated the plea, they can go in and make that referral.
Okay, well, that solves that question. Oh, great.
Here you go.
Now, if you can give me the lotto ticket number.
No,
Is for real.
I think I'll keep that for myself.
Okay, we'll be in recess until Mr. McAfee joins us. You're fine, sir. Thank you. I understand it can be difficult once you get in the building and find your way all the way here, so.
Yeah. And we stipulate as far as factual basis for Mr. Stevens, but
Okay. Let's see, Mr. McAfee, can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. You put your hand down. Mr. Stevens?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Haddad, I apologize. I heard stipulate to the factual basis, also to venue and identity.
We do.
Your Honor, for this case, the state is asking Mr. Tommy McAfee in case number 20CR003276C to plead nolo to the charge of simple battery. The state is asking him to have 12 months to serve, 60 days, balance probated, but that 60 days is going to be suspended upon completion of 16 hours of anger management, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons during probation, and no further contact with Anthony Milner, the victim in this case, during probation.
Okay, Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, this is another plea. My only request, if it can be placed on non-reporting, once he completes the hours, obviously non-reporting still means he cannot have any contact with the alleged victim. The alleged victim has moved, not family. So I can go into the facts, but I think it's a good recommendation from the state, and my client just wishes to resolve it.
Okay, anything further before I take the plea?
Your Honor, we would just object to it going non-reporting, since we's required to do all of these conditions. And if not, he's going to have to serve 60 days. And he has no further contact. I don't think in this case going non-reporting is applicable.
And I apologize for Mr. Stevens. That's not something that I discussed it with him. So it's not, I wasn't trying to catch Mr. Stevens I just literally just thought about it this morning. And that was never official, the recommendation, Judge. The recommendation is what Mr. Stevens mentioned, so.
Okay, well, in these types of cases, especially with the no-low plea, I typically will have it go non-reporting so that even so he'll still be on probation, but he won't have to pay the fees.
Thank you, Judge.
So I'm happy to help him out in that way. Mr. McAfee, it's my understanding that in case 20CR003276C, you wish to plead nolo contendere to simple battery. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading nolo to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir, I am.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead nolo?
No, sir.
I will accept the nolo plea as negotiated. I will allow it to go non-reporting when you complete the terms. And anything further?
No, Judge, do I need to fill out the probation information, Judge? Might be easier.
Yes, and if you can have him report within the first 2 weeks or so. Good luck to you, Mr. McAfee.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
That completes the this morning's and this afternoon's calendars. We appreciate your help this morning. We'll see you next time.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judge.
Honor.
So there's nothing else on the for 1:30 then?
No, Ms. Carter, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We resolved all of them this morning.
So.
Thank you.
Address.